Now, though, to a breaking development overnight in the ethnic clashes in the breakaway Republic of Nagorno-Karabakh. The self-proclaimed government there is, it says, dissolving itself. That is according to a decree released on Facebook by the republic's president. The president says the decision to dissolve was due to, quote, the current difficult military political situation. The decision means the unrecognized state will no longer exist by the end of this year. Now, this is following a 24-hour military offensive from Azerbaijan, which saw at least 200 ethnic Armenians dead before a ceasefire was brokered by Russia. And, of course, we know that half of the ethnic Armenian population in Nagorno-Karabakh have fled into neighboring Armenia. That is where our Briar Stewart is this morning. She and a CBC News team this morning at an evacuation center in the town of Goris in the south of Armenia. Briar, if you would, set the scene there, help us appreciate what is happening around you as you speak to people there.
Well, Heather, there are several hundred people here right now kind of milling around, trying to figure out just where to go now. And there are a number of buses. This one behind me is headed to northern Armenia. You have people that are getting on the buses that are going there just because it's a destination being offered. They don't have a place to stay. Then there are smaller buses that are going to villages near the border. And what we've heard from some of the workers here is that people don't want to go to the border communities. They're worried, they're concerned about their safety. And a lot of them really want to go to the capital, to Yerevan, but there's not buses going there from here right now. So we've met people, families with young children who are literally just sitting on curbs waiting for a ride to take them somewhere. And it is it's very emotional here because people are dealing with everything that's transpired over the last week and just the uncertainty around what happens next. And, you know, we saw a policeman saying goodbye to an elderly gentleman that got on this bus, and he was wiping tears from his eyes. And it kind of just speaks to the gravity of the situation here. Just to give a better sense of the whole evacuation center, obviously you have a lot of aid groups here on standby. You have the Red Cross. You have different charities, including groups run by members of the Armenian diaspora in different countries. I understand there's a contingent from France here. They are handing out food, they're handing out clothing, helping people get organized. First aid is being provided. We know that people were injured in Nagorno-Karabakh, including those people who were injured very badly in the fuel tank explosion last Monday. So the people that were the most seriously injured, they were taken to Yerevan, but there's a lot of treatment being provided here as well.
Briar, again, coming back to that breaking news, according to the Republic's president, Nagorno-Karabakh will dissolve by the end of this year. So what does that mean from a political standpoint?
Well, that means that it's no more. But I think what's important to point out is that it likely will cease to exist well before January, because you've had this mass exodus of people, more than half of the number of people who are believed to have been there at the time of this offensive. And Armenia's prime minister said today that he believes all of them will leave in the coming days. And we know that the president of Azerbaijan was reportedly in a village in Nagorno-Karabakh today. We know that Azerbaijani officials have also arrested the former leader of the enclave, a Russian-Armenian billionaire who led the republic for a while. He's been arrested and is facing charges in Azerbaijan. And I think that speaks to what some of the fears people have is that they feel that they have no choice but to leave because they feel that they could be persecuted or even have to live through more violence.
Briar, thank you again for that live reporting. We'll look forward to more of your content as you speak to people there in Goris. Briar Stewart live in Armenia this morning.